The law allocates $65 million for electric co-ops and $10 million for other internet service providers. The $75 million in the legislation is leveraged by requiring each applicant to provide matching funds. Thus, our investment of $75 million in CARES Act money is doubled and becomes $150 million under this program, and actually will be even more than that, as several projects plan to provide more than a 50% match. So today we are awarding $65 million to 15 co-ops who applied for the grant. This is such a tremendous effort by these co-ops because the CARES Act requires that money be expended and projects have immediate and substantial impact by the end of this year, the end of 2020, which is really not that far away. The law also requires that grant funds may only be used for unserved and underserved areas. We all know that providing internet service to rural areas is costly and very labor intensive, but these 15 co-ops have taken on this challenge and will be installing 2,765 miles of fiber by the end of this year, by the end of 2020, and an additional 1,980 miles in 2021. For a total of 5,406 miles of new fiber. This fiber will pass 28,447 locations by the end of the year, and an additional 17,309 locations in 2021. Cost for internet service provided to the home will be in line with other internet providers across the state. So we will also award $1.2 million to service providers other than co-ops under the grant program as well. Several of these projects will use fixed wireless to provide broadband to the home. A secondary round of funding will then open up to award any funds that remain in the program. What is not awarded under this program by October the 1st then would revert to the Unemployment Trust Fund by October 1st. The Public Utilities staff, I'm now the executive director of that staff, was named in the legislation to administer the grant. And I will tell you, my staff has worked so diligently with very quick deadlines over the past 2 weeks to review all of these applications. And Governor, I will tell you, when those last few weeks of the legislature, I was a bit focused on other bills. I wasn't watching this as closely as I should have. But now that I'm the director, it's been such a good thing to work with the staff. We have met each applicant either in person or electronically, and we are satisfied that the projects that they have provided and that we are going to award today meet the criteria under the Mississippi Broadband COVID-19 grant program. The public utility staff will be monitoring the grant program with monthly field audits every month from now until December throughout the completion of these projects. Building out this broadband network is very much like what our co-ops did in the early 1900s to get electricity out to our rural homes. Internet is now so integrated in all areas of our life: education, medical services, telework, and economic development. And with the precautions that we have to take to protect ourselves against COVID-19, fast and reliable internet is a necessity and really a lifeline to the outside world. I want to again thank my staff for their hard work. I want to thank Senator Joel Carter, Chair of Energy in the Senate, Representative Scott Bounds, Chair of Public Utilities in the House, along with Lieutenant Governor Hosemann and Speaker Gunn for their work on this legislation. And of course, Governor, I want to thank you for appointing me to this position so I could be a part of this exciting project for Mississippi. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Sally. Just a yeoman's work from Sally and her team. It's a prime example of what can happen when Mississippians put their heads together and get to work. And you know, Jeff Pender heard me say this a lot during the 2019 campaign, but I'm going to say it again. 200 years ago, people in America located around where there were rivers so that they could get products to and from the marketplace. 100 years ago, people in America located around where the train tracks were so they could get their products to the marketplace. In today's world, people are locating around where there's connectivity. And while the COVID-19 and the CARES Act came about for all of the wrong reasons in my mind, this is one example of a way in which we can take this horrible, horrible, horrible tragedy called the coronavirus, and we can actually invest for the future of our state.